Here we go, everybody. Top 5. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. This is number 5 of my favorite 30 albums of the 60s countdown. Of course, we're doing it each and every day here this month, September 2023. We're picking together our favorite 30 albums released in the 1960s across all music genres. Doesn't matter what it is, it counts. Whatever you want to pick, studio albums, live albums, soundtracks, rock, pop, proto-metal, proto-prog, blues, jazz, whatever. It's all up for grabs here this month. This is the top 5. I mean, the top 5 are just legendary. I had a hard time kind of doing the top 5. It's like, I knew what the albums were going to be, but it's just like, God, what order do you put them into? It's like really nitpicking. There's really not much of anything that separates these albums. They're legendary. I love them. They're great, including this one. One of the great debuts of all time by this American artist and his band, released May 12th, 1967. Recorded at Delane Lea Studios and Olympic Studios in London, England. Produced by Chaz Chandler for Track Records. Of course, I'm talking about Are You Experienced by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Yeah. Great stuff here, right? Of course it's great. Jimi, one of the greatest guitar players of all time, hit the scene like a force of nature. Never anyone like him since, right? Before or after or during. Jimi, of course, plays all the guitars on here. Lead vocals, a little bit of piano. Noel Redding, bass guitar, backing vocals. Mitch Mitchell, drums and percussion. Yeah, great album. And so many amazing songs on here. So, of course, this is also one of those albums, because this happened quite a bit around that time period, when albums are finally starting to become a thing. You would have, like, slightly different releases in the UK and the US, right? So, depending on where you live, that's kind of like what you got, right? So, like, my CD is different from other versions of CDs. You look at the original UK release, it's tracked a little bit differently than the North American edition. I'm going to go with that edition because that's the one I've always known, right? And that's basically what you get here on this particular disc, all right? Or the original LP, I should say. Purple Haze starts it all off, right? Dun, 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 dun. I mean, one of the great psychedelic songs of all time, psychedelic rock, psychedelic hard rock, right? That's the music of Jimi Hendrix, and the Experience is basically a mix of blues and psychedelic music and rock, acid rock, whatever you want to call it, right? It's kind of like weird mix of stuff. Later on, there's a little bit of funk, not really much funk on this album, but you get a little bit on the next two albums, right? In spots, but definitely psychedelic for sure. Manic Depression comes next. Dun, dun, dun. Very cool song. Hey Joe, Billy Roberts covers up next. Out of all his early hits, especially on this first album, the more notable songs that were always played live and always played on the radio, I think Hey Joe is probably my least favorite of all of them. I still think it's pretty cool, but I'd rather hear so many other songs on this album, like Love or Confusion. Oh, how awesome is that? Man, that guitar playing, it's just so psychedelic and so like otherworldly. Great. May This Be Love, another really cool song. I Don't Live Today, so good. I Don't Live Today is up there with one of my favorites from this album. Excellent stuff. Side 2 of the original North American edition, of course, you get The Wind Cries Mary. How awesome is that? I mean, that guitar is just so tastefully done, right? Fire's up next. Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire. Very cool song. Third Stone from the Sun. Yeah, that's a mind trip right there, right? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Foxy Lady. Amazing. Foxy Lady is so good. And of course, Are You Experienced? I mean, how trippy is that song? Just so good. So good. And then you get like the CD reissue, right? You get all sorts of these other songs tacked onto here, right? You get Stone Free, 51st Anniversary, Highway Child, Can You See Me, Remember, and Red House. that it's because this album is really short to begin with, so you tack on all these extra songs, and you got this full-fledged Are You Experienced album, just so great. And then if you look at the UK release, okay, here is the track listing on the UK release. You got Foxy Lady, Manic Depression, Red House, Can You See Me, Lover Confusion, I Don't Live Today, May This Be Love, Fire, Third Stone from the Sun, Remember, and Are You Experienced, right? So you got the different track listings, a couple omissions from one to the other. Now with this CD issue, you basically got the combination of both the UK and the US releases, which is the way it always should have been released, right? But of course, the limitations of the LP format back in 1967, you can only make them so long. And of course, eventually they want you to buy them both, right? Got to have them both. They're slightly different beasts, right? Yeah. So good. So good. All right, let's take a look, see at, and again, you've got only the 3 albums, right? It's like, which one do you choose? Because of course I'm only doing 1 album per any band or artist. So it's like all 3 of the Hendrix albums are amazing. Sometimes I pick one over the other, right? Sometimes I've lately been going with this, sometimes Electric Ladyland's tipping the scales, right? All depends. But for this month, I'm going with this one. So let's take a look at some charting positions. Canada, number 15. Germany, number 17. Norway, number 3. UK, number 2. And the US Billboard Top Album Charts, number 5. Certifications, Italy. So, doesn't chart, but it certifies. How cool is that? Gold. This is since 2009, though, right? So it's like this never certified in Italy until more recent years. 25,000 units sold. United Kingdom, gold, 100,000 units sold. And the U.S., 5 times platinum, 5 million copies sold. Let's take a look, see if we got some singles, right? Singles information. Let's see, what do we got? Come on, Pete, you can find it here somewhere. No, maybe not. Hold on. I saw this here. Hold on. Purple Haze was the A side. Hey Joe and Purple Haze were released as singles. The Wind Cries Mary was also released as a single from this album. Yeah. Jimi was all over the map after this album, right? It's built up a loyal following beforehand, started to make his name over in the UK, and then came back over here and just destroyed the rest of the world, right? Played Monterey Pop, and that was it. There was no looking back here. So, Are You Experienced from the Jimi Hendrix Experience? Let everyone know what you think of this album, as well as your pick for today, pick number 5. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as I post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks in advance for all your support there, as well as Cameo. I'll get the Cameo link down below if you'd like me to do a personalized video for you. So that's also available too. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for pick number 4. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good day, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.